They were good. That bit will be cut out. Good Tuesday kind of dinner time-ish, everybody. Michelle's just making lunch. We're just having the leftovers from the pie we made yesterday, which was, I forgot to vlog, but it was absolutely delicious. So we're having leftovers that with a little bit of mash, and then we're off out to watch It before it goes out the cinemas. So second part of It, which is no mean feat for Michelle because she is scared of clowns. Is your hairy scarum thing, innit?
Don't send in the clowns.
She has a, well, I wouldn't say a rational fear of clowns, because I have a fear of snakes, and there's no reason for that neither, because I've never met very many snakes. Although having said that, I have been close to snakes, and it frightened me to death. I nearly jumped through a window once when I turned around and saw there was a snake next to me in a pub. Right. Michelle's just modelling a new bag. How many books can you get in new bag?
None. Maybe one paper bag.
That bag will not last long. Yeah?
It's fine for what I'm needing it for just now.
Yeah, what we're using it for now is just take some sweets to the cinema and without having to pay cinema prices. Anyway, with that noise, it sounds like lunch is ready. And I'll get on and eat that. Okay guys, it's time for a bit of reorganisation. Michelle needs a system, don't you?
Michelle had a system. Alan doesn't like Michelle's system.
No, I don't. What Michelle's system is every library book she got, she put on top of the record player, and then you couldn't use the record player. So, but Michelle basically said, that's Kanban. When I look at that, I know exactly which ones I've read and what I've not read. So, we've come up with a new way of doing it. So, what Michelle is going to do is stick a thing on there, and I'm going to watch in the guise of help. And she's going to hang a clear bag when she's read the books, drops them in there, and then she knows you've got to take them back to the library.
That in the middle.
Yeah, it's not bad. And there we go, we've got a hook, a hangy hook.
Command hooks. I love them. I use them for everything.
Just pointing out now, that's where the sellotape is.
Yeah,
when you need it.
I know, yeah, especially since we're coming into
holiday wrapping up present season. See how strong it is by pulling it off. And here we have C3 bag, C3 library bag, launched red. They go in said bag.
It's not anything fancy, it's just a
See-through tote bag.
Plastic tote bag, yeah. I have been using this. This one was given to me by Amy, and I love it because it's Shakespeare.
There now, you need to go back to the library.
Because they've been read.
Now you need a library book to be read pile.
Which I was just thinking I was just going to put up here.
So you're going to shift everything along.
Oh yeah, there's a whole bunch of free space up there. I just need to get all the rubbish off it, tidy it up a bit, and
remember where you put the sellotape.
Remember where I put the sellotape for, because we're coming into Christmas season, which means. What do you think?
Yep, and there you go. That is your new I've read them. I need to take them back to the library and pay me fine and let somebody else have them.
I don't pay fines anymore. I cleared all my fines for the books that I had for like, what, 3 years?
And some. Didn't you have one that was so old that they'd taken it off the record?
Yes, they had. Yeah.
So they couldn't fine you for it because it was too old.
They just reinstated the fines that they had, so.
Yeah.
Sure,
So she got away with paying for a boot. Anyway, that's Michelle's new visual board. Bit Kanban. Moving on. Bit of a panicky moment there, guys. Camera wouldn't turn on. Had to take the battery out and everything. We're off now to watch
It.
If Michelle can stay awake. Let's go for the ride. Hi guys, this is a couple of days later now. In fact, is it Saturday or Sunday today?
Saturday.
Oh, I think I had a funny feeling it was Sunday. Well, I ain't got work tomorrow. It's Saturday now. It's been 3 or 4 days since we went watching it. Now, we didn't do a review on the way home. The reason being is Michelle didn't manage to get through the whole film, did you? How far did you get through?
About halfway.
Halfway, and then you had to leave. And the reason you had to leave is?
Scared of clowns.
So it really frightened you, didn't it? Not so much the film itself. It was just the fact that Pennywise is in part 2. It part 2 a lot more is in It part 1. You didn't like him in It part 1, did you?
No,
There's
but
a couple of times you saw him.
it was fine because when I knew he was coming, I could just shut my eyes. But in the second film, he was everywhere.
Yeah.
And I did have 2 nights worth of nightmares about a clown trying to eat my face. So yeah.
So, apart from for the first time, what half of the film you watched? What did you think?
It's okay. I'm not a big horror movie fan, in all truthfulness. I'm a great big wuss about things like that. I wasn't when I was younger. I mean, 10, 15 years ago, I would have been watching any and every horror movie I could get my hands on. But not so much these days. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Maybe because when I was 16, 17, 18, you feel invincible, that you can take on the world, and then when you get a bit older, horror movies are a little too true to life, with the exception of, Demon Clown and Storm Drain, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, and Michael Myers.
Michael Myers will always be my own personal boogeyman. It's right up there with Freddy Krueger. Of that, I watched a lot of the movies of that era. Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger. The Final Destination films were really popular when I came of age. So.
Yeah, so that's what stopped you in Horror Nights, didn't it?
The Michael Myers house was terrifying, properly terrifying. It's really weird because when we went to Halloween Horror Nights, we were stood in the queue for one of the houses, and there was these 2 preppy hipster guys. They looked like they clearly thought that they were too cool for everything, and they were like, they're just going for the big scare, they're just going for this, there's no subtlety, there's no this, there's no that. And I'm like, yeah, they're going for the big scare. They're horror houses, they're haunted houses. What else would they be going for if not for the big scare? It's like, and if you're not getting scared out of your mind when you've paid for all that money for the tickets. I mean, we didn't. We were really lucky because we got frequent fear passes for like a really reasonable price. So we could go a number of times, and we did. I think we went 2 or 3
Yeah,
times
but 3 times, I think.
in a 14-day period. Yeah, if you're not getting scared out of your mind, then you've wasted your money. But Michael Myers was just one step too far for me, and it's really strange because I'm not afraid of like the Joker in the Batman movies. He's got clown makeup on. I'm not afraid of him. I can watch documentaries about Ed Gein. Not Ed Gein.
Gear, is it?
Hmm?
Gear. It's not Gear, is it?
No, it's
The serial killer.
the serial killer who used to dress up as a clown.
It's something Gearson or something like that.
No, it's John Wayne Gacy. That's
Gacy,
it.
that's it.
And I'm okay with that. But I think my fear of Pennywise goes back to the fact that I was 16 when I saw the original movie. In a room, in the dark. And there was just something about it that just terrified the heck out of me, and that was it. I can read it. I've read it a few times. But I have to make sure that the copy of the book that I read doesn't have the clown on the cover.
Okay, so from reading the book, what the first 1.5 films you watched, is it very true to the book?
To a point, yeah, to a degree. There's bits in it that aren't quite right, and then there's bits of it that are, and yeah. But I mean, it's the same with all movies. I mean, the book is something like 700 pages long. Even splitting it into 2 films, there's bits of it that just aren't going to be in there, and sequences that'll have to be shortened or changed as a result so that the story makes sense. It's the same with, I mean, Lord of the Rings is like it's over 1,000 pages, and they turn it into 3 movies, and there were still whole stretches of the book that weren't in the film.
Okay, so for the film and a half that you saw, or the half of the film that you saw, how many out of 5?
3. I mean, it was okay. It didn't wow me. I definitely never want to watch it again, but not because the movie was bad, but because of the clown. But yeah, it was inoffensive other than the clown. It was okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay, my take on it was I've watched both films all the way through. I did offer to go out the cinema with Michelle, but she said no, you just stay there and finish it, otherwise we'll have to buy the DVD and then I'll have to watch it there at home. So, well, she didn't quite say that, so you can buy the DVD, but I won't be in the house when you watch it. But yeah, so I stayed and I watched it to the end. Now, the both films I'm a bit disappointed with. I was tainted. I've never read the book, but I got tainted by the original. Was it a TV series? I think
it was a movie. Well, I saw the movie.
The 2. Well, it really doesn't matter. But we've got a DVD there. I could go and look, but I'm not going to. So I watched that, and I thought that was brilliant. I think it was. Stephen King generally doesn't translate to movies or to films. I don't know what it is. He writes some fantastic stories, but they don't seem, in my opinion, they don't seem to make good films. Other people might disagree, but anyway, moving back. So when I watched it for the first time, the very first TV series, I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was really well done, and I liked the way that they did it. I liked the way they laid it out. And watching the movies, it was almost the same story but laid out differently, and I just didn't like it. I just don't think it was as good. So for that reason, I would only give it 2.5 out of 5. It could have done a lot better. I didn't like the finish, even though Michelle tells me it's true to the book, but I didn't like the finish. I'm not going to give any spoilers away, but overall, would I watch it again? I think I would watch the TV series, and I will buy the DVD because that's what I do. But it's a rainy day film. So that was our take on it. So Michelle, 3 out of 5. Me, 2.5 out of 5. I think if Michelle had watched to the end, she'd have dropped half a point as well. Anyway, that's our review. Moving on.